What's up, fellas? We're back with another video. FPL is live, and this one's going to be slightly longer than usual because we're going to cover a few things. We're going to cover first my team that you see on screen. We're going to talk a little bit about my three players that I would recommend having going forward. We'll have some team news as well, and we're going to touch base on a little bit on the potential double game week, which as of right now doesn't seem too likely. But again, so we're going to go as quickly as possible. I want to be done with this page pretty quick because I'm going to be rolling my transfers. As you can see, my team is Raya as a goalkeeper is not going to change in the next 10, 20 game weeks for sure. Richards is still a doubt going to this weekend, so I don't know. I'll have to make a decision. I'm probably gonna start him, and if he doesn't play, he's not gonna be playing any minutes. So it's not for center backs. It's different than with forwards or midfielders. If he's not fit, he's not gonna play at all. So again, I'm gonna go with Reece James. I expect a firecracker of a game with goals. And I feel like Reece James can be on the end of that, maybe some free kick or assist, whatever it is. Senesi, it's going to be between him and Alderete. Alderete seems like he practiced today on Friday, so he might be able to play. So I will most likely start Alderete, even though I feel like Senesi, that will be easy 2 DEFCON points for him. And if they only concede once, you're looking at a 4-pointer. So it's going to be a last moment decision for me there. Buemo is going nowhere. We saw what he can do the last few game weeks. Kudus, I'm going to give him a few more game weeks only because the next few for Tottenham are big games. And that means team's going to open up. They're not going to defend. So that will give Kudus some counterattack options. And I'm expecting him to get some points in the next couple games at home, especially because they play Chelsea and then United as well at home. Enzo staying here. There was some rumor that he might not be fit for this game, but Maresca cleared it up today, saying that he will be playing. And then Saka, still not a big ownership, so hopefully he can get a double digits for me this week. Mateta, that's one player that everyone's getting this week, and I can see why, because they have a good schedule coming up before December when their schedule gets like really crazy. And then Haaland also cleared fit by Pep, so he will be getting the captain's armband. Would be insane to go against him. If I was in a really tough spot, then maybe I would have considered not going Haaland captaincy, but for now, you can definitely lose more than you can win if you go with captain someone else. And Gyökeres, again, painful pick, but I'm going to stick to him for the next 2-3 game weeks for sure. And then on the bench, I have Dubravka. King, he just scored his first goal this season, but he wasn't in the Premier League, so that's tough. But I'll keep him on the bench. Vorral is just there just to sit on the bench. And Alderete, again, that's going to be one that I'm going to be trying to make a decision last moment. It's going to be him or Senesi. So, okay, so now next we're going to go over the 3 players that I feel like everyone should try to get him. And first of all, Mateta, I think he's been brought in by so many managers at the top. 4 goals and 29 points in the last 5 games. His price is now up to 7.7. Ownership is 16, but probably this morning it probably even went to 18 or 19. But as you can see, in the next few, I would say 5 games, their schedule is great. So Brentford at home, Brighton at home, Wolves away, great. Even Man United, it's a great fit for him at home. And then Burnley away and Fulham away. And those are the 6 that they have before that pile up in December. In between, they have, as you can see in the corner, in between the 2 threes. So they have AZ Alkmaar that they're going to play next Thursday. And they also have another one in the Europa League against Strasbourg away. So, but again, Nketiah is injured now apparently. So that gives Mateta a full 90 most likely against Brentford, which is great. So my very first pick for you guys, if you don't have it, it's definitely Mateta. And then the second one, again, I've been having Mbuemo on my wild card. He delivered big time, 35 points, 3 goals, 1 assist in the last 5 games. His price is 8.2. Ownership is already up to more than 22%. And the big plus for Man United is we don't have any Europa League games, any Champions League games, that's for sure. We also don't have the EFL Cup, so pretty much we have a game every week. So that's plenty of time to get your fitness back and to be ready to go. So again, Forest, that's a great game for him. Forest is looking for the first win in a while, and again, it's a tricky game for United only because the same way United did against Liverpool, that was their turning point. This can be for Forest if they beat United. So I don't know, but I feel like all the creative players that we have now in Cunha and Bruno, even Seshko laying off that assist for the first goal, everything's going to go to Mbuemo, and he's going to be the one finishing the chances. So again, United's schedule is pretty good. Forest away, Tottenham away, Everton at home, Crystal Palace away, that's a tough one. West Ham at home, that's a great one. Wolves away, that's a great one. So Mbuemo is definitely someone you should have before he goes to the African Cup of Nations. So he's going to be gone from game week 16, and that's when we can sell him. And again, you're gonna get uh, 5 transfers going into game week 16, so plenty of time. And then my third pick, I know, Danny Welbeck. I mean, this guy, as much as I don't like him, he just keeps delivering. He has even more points than Mateta and Mbuemo in the last 5. He got 32 points in the last 5. His price is 6.4. His ownership is very low, so if he can get you goals, you're gonna jump rank big time. And if you can see at the schedule, they got Leeds at home, which is great for him. Crystal Palace away. Crystal Palace will be tired because going into game week 11, they already gonna have a Europa League game that Thursday, and it's an away game. Oh no, actually it's a home game. AZ Alkmaar, so okay, that's still. And then they have Brentford, Forest away, Villa at home, West Ham at home. So those are all great games in the next 6. So that is one player that I would consider if you have, let's say, maybe Joao Pedro, but you already have Mateta, so maybe Welbeck is the one guy to go to. So those are my top 3. I would also consider Sar maybe. But that's as far as I would go. Semenyo, I wouldn't touch that guy for the next 2. I would definitely consider Semenyo going from game week 12 onwards. Yeah, so again, there's a lot of talk about the double game week. So the quarterfinals are now already, the draw's been made. We got Man City against Brentford, Newcastle against Fulham, Cardiff against Chelsea, and Arsenal at Crystal Palace. So that's the big one. As you can see on the screen, I have Crystal Palace's schedule that week. That is just insane. So they play Shelbourne on a Thursday night. Then they play against Man City. They play Arsenal. So that's the one that we will find out next week. What is going to be the date for Arsenal, Crystal Palace, and the EFL quarterfinal? So they're thinking maybe to move that one into like a different date to give Crystal Palace some room, because the Europa League, the Conference League game against the Finnish side Coops, they're not going to change that one. So that's going to stay on Thursday. And then you have Leeds at against Crystal Palace. So there's also a chance of Leeds against Crystal Palace to be moved to a different game week, which would also cause a double game week and also a blank for that game week. But again, we cannot make, if you don't have to make any transfers, I would definitely keep your transfers going forward. Try to roll as much as you can, because you will need the transfers later on, especially if you don't have a free hit. So again, we will touch base on this more next week, because we will have a more definite picture of what's going on once they reschedule Arsenal Crystal Palace in the EFL Cup. So that's the main goal right now, to reschedule that game, and based off of that, we will know if any Premier League games going to be rescheduled. And then for the team news this week, again, Haaland is fit to play. Pep said he's good to go. Evan Nilsson is back. Big boost for Fulham. You see Muniz, Wilson, Smith-Rowe is back. Anderson, I am so pissed I sold him. I did not expect that after a hamstring injury, someone will get back after 10 days. So that's my mistake. But hopefully will bring you guys some points if you still have him. If I had Anderson, I would definitely put him in my starting 11, because again, for center backs it's completely different. You either don't play at all, or you play 90. So and then you have, for Tottenham, you have Odobert Romero is back, big boost before the derby, and then Udogi as well. So doubtful Alderete. He practiced today. That's what their coach said. So I feel like I'm gonna put him into my starting 11. And again, if he's for some reason he doesn't play, then I'm gonna have my Senesi sub in. Then Saliba is doubtful. Jimenez is doubtful. Gramberg, Maguire. What a time to be injured. I mean, after scoring that and he missed the next game at home, he would have got such an standing ovation pretty much. And then you have Rodri, still injured. That guy just can't catch a break after coming back from the big injury, ACL. And then Lewis Hall is also back in contention, which is a big boost as well. Out, we still have Palmer. He's going to be out for another month or so. Then Solanke, Martinelli. Visa is still not even close. Isaac is 99% out for this game week. That's what Arne said. Chris Wood is out. Brantford, again, his injury got even more extension. And then we got Buendia, Tillemans, and again, Nketiah, which is a good thing for Mateta owners. So yeah, so that's pretty much for this episode. I'm gonna make my decision. I feel like tomorrow morning because it's not we don't have a super early game, so I can get up in a normal time here, Central U.S. time. I don't have to wake up at 4:35. So deadline is I think 7:30 in the morning, Chicago time. So I'll have to sleep on this and decide if I'm gonna start Alderete or if I'm gonna start Senesi. But again, I'll be on Twitter for just if I make any last moment decisions. That's where you can see my moves. So again, I'll catch you guys next week. Again, if you found any value in this video, just consider liking and subscribing because my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and I don't even have 100 right now. So, all right, we'll see you guys in the next one.